respected trainer, just a portion. We're at your gym here. Could you tell viewers a little bit about your history, like your upbringing, how you got initial interest into boxing?
I started boxing late. I started when I was 20.
Really?
I was with Johnny Lewis and Georgie Bracken back in Australia, and Fennick and Zul and those guys. Then made a contact over here through Virgil Hill with Freddie.
Right.
And then Freddie was my trainer from '92 all the way through. And I stopped after Lennox, had a few more fights here and there, and then went back home, opened a restaurant and stuff like that, and just goofed off, and came back in 2000, late 2001, 2002, and started training fighters with Freddie. And with Pacquiao, Vasquez was my fighter for 2 world titles and 4 defenses, and just trained a bunch of fighters with Roach. We did like 14 world champions or some bullshit.
Okay. How was life in Australia like during those days? How would you describe the culture and just life back home?
Good. Life was the 90s. It was fucking, yeah. Life in Australia is good. Australia's a good place. So my home. I love it.
And you initially came to America. What was your thoughts on the coming here and just the opportunity it might present for you?
Oh, huge. I was a heavyweight, so my whole deal was when I was fighting in Australia was to get out and come to the States because that's where boxing was. So I made a contact with Fred, and then, I don't know, 3 weeks later I was like, see ya. I jumped on a plane, I came out here and I fought. Fought in the Mirage, my first fight, and then we just went from there.
How was Freddie as a trainer? Like, what things did he teach you? Did you enjoy working with him?
Yeah, he was my trainer. I came out of Australia. Yeah, it was a good trainer. We were fucking so-called mates until shit hit the fan. Oh. And then, but, it was good. I had a good time. It was good. I was thrown into Lennox Lewis when I was 12-0, which was, on hindsight, was just a payday. So someone was getting fucking paid, but sure as it wasn't me. But whatever, I don't regret it because Lennox bought my first house.
Okay.
So.
Got you. Now, when you came back in late 2001, what was it like training fighters? How was that different than being a fighter?
I didn't mind. I like training fighters because, I enjoy it a lot. So for me, it wasn't much of an adjustment at all. A lot of fighters can't become trainers. A lot of fighters or a lot of people try and train, guys in one style or their style or whatever, but I enjoyed it a lot.
How about Israel Vasquez? He was an excellent fighter. What was it like?
Israel's a good guy. Was him first. Him and Freddie let me look after Vasquez and Martin Castillo and that, and then Israel and I became good friends and we clicked. And training Vasquez was easy because it's fucking Vasquez. The guy's a great fighter, tough as shit.
Yeah.
Jesus, you had to stop him.
Gotcha. What was some of your best memories during your time at the Wild Card? Like maybe some good sparring sessions or just fighters?
Sparring sessions, fighters, Israel. We had fighters. Like I said, we had for 4 years or 3 or 4 years there. Freddie and I went unbeaten in everything, in fights. And there were a lot of world champions in those days. Johnny Bradell, Valoria, everyone was in there. It was a good place to be. It was a great atmosphere. It was a good fucking gym. There were no egos, and everyone was just fighting and working. Manny was there. Pacquiao was peaking from those years, and he was just banging out everybody. Took the whole joint by surprise. It was just good fun. It was me, Boo Boy Manny, we'd go running in the mornings and stuff and do all that conditioning shit, and Freddie and Macca, and it was a good day. Those were the good days in Wildcard. Now it's not so good anymore.
What did you get to notice about Manny? Like, did you get a great friendship with him?
Yeah, good friendship with Manny. He's doing his conditioning and half his training.
Gotcha.
So yeah, of course. And then if the fighters put their trust in you, you build a rapport with them, and they trust you because they have to, because you're putting their ass in the ring to get bashed.
Now, the way he has ascended to superstardom, did you ever expect that from Manny?
Yeah, of course.
Really?
It's the first time he came over and fucking iced Pereira. Everyone's like, shit, and we all went, oh, this kid's really something.
Was there a point?
Superstardom to this degree? No, because boxing's dropped off. MMA's taken a foothold and boxing's dropped off considerably, and there's not a lot of guys around there anymore.
Now, when it comes to the gym, did you notice that it started to change, or what came to where you kind of you know,
Too many
eventually.
people coming in, too many leeches, too many hangers on, too many people putting their fucking 2 cents worth where it didn't belong. You know, getting in people's ears, saying shit that wasn't true. Just fucking scumbags.
Okay.
Because they all have their own personal agenda and they want to fucking, you know, Fred and I are good friends, we're good friends, and they didn't like it and they wanted to fucking put a wedge in there, and successful they were.
Okay, and you talk about people around Pacquiao specifically, in general?
People around Freddie and that. You know, because with Pacquiao getting busy and famous and stuff, we all were.
Yeah.
You know, that's who I was.
What's life like for you now? You have your own gym, your excellent gym. What keeps you busy?
My gym, I just you know, people training fighters. I can do what I want to do. Wildcard was restrictive not in the fact that it was just size-wise. You know what I mean? I wasn't able to do half the stuff I wanted to do with fighters just because it was too small. Mm-hmm. That was all. But now I've got my own place. I like working with myself. I don't have to answer to anybody. And I can do what I want to do to make fighters and do my stuff, my promotion.
To people who don't know boxing, you know, a guy like you, you've been involved so many years. What are some of the good things about the sport? What are some of the bad things?
The good things. Let me fucking count on one hand. Nothing. The good things is when your fighter gets up there and wins. The bad things, fucking everything. This is a different side of boxing now. As a fighter, you love it because you love your sport. I love my sport. But as a trainer, dealing with, you know, managers and fighters and fucking promoters, it's like, dude, it's a different world.
All right, man.
So
Thanks.
it's you know, it's trouble.
Thanks a lot.